What is up? What is up? What is up, people? What's up? What up? What up? What up? What up? What's good, people? What is up? What's up? We are here. We're back again for yet another panel discussion on my guilty pleasure, Tyler Perry's Ruthless. Don't tell nobody I watch it, but I do. And so I'm going to bring a couple panel guests here. I'm going to bring my boy Jeff back up here.
Yes, sir. What's up?
What's going on, Jeff? You want to say hi to the people? Just smile and say hi to the people.
What's up? And you can catch me on my Facebook group with over 20,000 followers. All right.
Yeah, where the link is in the description box.
Oh,
The link to the
I
page
didn't see it. Okay, go ahead.
is in the description box. Um, and we will have to approve your. We will have to accept you into the group. It's a private group, and you have to
Okay.
be accepted. You know, I do have moderator privileges over there. Flex. And we also have somebody from the group actually who's here to join us today. Um, and her name is Keisha. And let me bring her up. All right, Keisha, say hi to the people.
Hello.
If you have anything playing in the background, Keisha, just mute it or turn it down. I think I
Okay.
heard a little feedback, but I don't want it to.
Yeah, that was my son with his phone. I told him he gotta
Oh,
go over there for a minute. They know when Rufus come on. Uh, back up.
I
Don't
hear
don't
you.
play.
I hear you. So yeah, now we did episodes 1, 2, and 3. That went really well. So we're back now for episode 4. Episode 4 was entitled "The Highest to Be." Now I'm gonna start us where
Mm,
we left off on episode
mm.
3. Episode 3, we left off with Brian being hemmed up by Daikon and Manny and the other henchmen, and you
The deputy,
know,
right?
and the deputy. So, and they got the deputy, and the deputy tells Brian, "Hey, this ain't gonna go like you want. I'm in this with them." And so he tells Brian basically, "I'm with the Rakadushis. Get over it." And he pretty much turns Brian over to Daikon and his sex slaves, henchmen, or whatever they are to him this week. Because well, yeah. Anyway, so to me, I felt like Brian Brian put himself in this situation. I think this didn't have to go down like this. Brian be doing way too much. Brian thinks he's Superman. Brian trusted the sheriff too much. Now, and one other thing I'm gonna say before I let y'all go, and I said this
What?
to
But
you,
he
Jeff.
wasn't trusting him though. He wasn't trusting him
Right.
at first.
Well,
Remember, he still was like,
Right, he did.
"Let me
But what
find out you got
doesn't
something
make
to do with
sense
this."
to me from the sheriff's angle is this: why would you invite the FBI into your small little town to help you with the cult if you're working with that cult? Like,
um, did he more? I don't think he invited them. He just didn't say no, right? Because it would be suspicious for him to
No,
turn it down.
no, he invited.
because
If you
remember
remember
Mac.
season 1, he called
Mac.
the FBI and told them. So he called
Yeah,
Mac and told Mac to
yeah.
send somebody.
So what he
Mm-hmm.
was trying to get,
And
I can't remember. Was he trying to like get information or something? I can't remember how he explained it.
I don't remember either.
he was.
Um,
I remember on that season 1 when he did. Remember when Brian came to the compound and he seen Andrew. Him and Andrew locked eyes, but Andrew played his role to the
mhm.
T. Do you hear me? He played his role to the T. He playing
But
it too
if I
good. Something gonna
vividly
happen. Andrew
remember,
finna.
because if you remember when he first got there and he had that private meet with the sheriff, he said, "Well, you asked us to come and you told my boss you needed our help, and I'm only here to help you." Now, I think later on in this conversation, we did hear him allude to saying that he wanted to find out who the insider was or who it was on the inside. I think he did loosely reference that, but I still feel like that's stupid because if the FBI comes, they coming with the whole arsenal.
Yeah, not just one person, especially this cult stuff too. I knew something was up with the sheriff anyway when he was when Melinda, remember when they killed Melinda killed Pope.
I don't
He
know
was
Melinda killed Poke yet because they ain't even
nope, they don't
Poke.
even know yet.
They don't know.
They don't even know yet.
He saw them having sex though on tape, and he was real hush about it. Remember, he was real hush about the whole situation.
Now that's true. He didn't. He ain't seemed that mad, and you would have think he would have been like,
like, oh my God, we got to shut it down.
But he wasn't. Now, the other thing that seemed far fetched was when the sheriff said that he was able to intercept
the
call even before he got to the voicemail.
Yeah,
that don't even sound right because at some point you have to hear the voicemail message saying, "Please leave a message" or whatever it is before. Yeah. And then they live in this little ass town that got like 3 people. Half the town is Iraqadushi people. Like, where y'all get all this technology from? Come on now. I was like, and haven't they been on the phone? Remember, Andrew done called. They've been calling the highest back and forth all this time. Don't they have to like scramble a whole area? I don't think they could scramble just one phone. I don't know. I don't know in law enforcement,
but they be hiding. They be hiding stuff.
I don't know.
They hide stuff very well.
So we find out that the girls are still in there, and Daikon says, "Hey, Manny, go in there. Who's in there?" Manny says, 2 girls in there. So he tells the sheriff, "I need you to go in there. I need you to go in there. I need you ready."
And I don't even think he went in there.
No, he went in there. Remember, he came in through the back door. They heard him, and she told Paula to go in the room. And the sheriff
that's how
she put her down, and she had her hands up like this. And the sheriff
I was so mad at her. Like, I was so mad.
Listen,
how they get caught?
Lacey will get you killed at this. I keep saying that. Lacey will get you killed. You do not want Lacey on your team. You don't want her having anything to do with what you got going on. She'll get you killed. She'll get you killed.
I wonder how far Paula made it. Because she should have been to the sheriff's office by now.
Paula shouldn't even be alive. Her arm should be dangling by a thread. She was shot by a shotgun.
Backing out, belly holding on like
her arm should have been blew off. What kind of gun?
Shotgun at damn near point blank range, and you only got this little bullet hole. We talked about that last review. Like, how's your arm still on?
Hey, and I hope Brian don't see his wife because she on her way.
So I think that's the main reason Brian was crying because this is personal for him because his wife he's missing now. He was looking for her, so I'll give him that. You know what I mean? He was looking for her,
and he got the best. She got the best husband out of all of it. Like, girl, he don't cheat. Girl, Lynn, what is you doing? She made me mad. I'm like, she be making me mad. Now you finna join. Then she finna join. She finna join this cult like it's something good. No, baby, this is not good. You finna be doing everything they do. You ain't finna just be in there getting high. You finna be in there.
We also haven't gotten any information on what's going on back over there in DC. We don't know what's happening to drunk chick and her man who's cheating on her with with Andrew's wife. Or what's going on with it's just a lot going on back in DC, and they just said, "Screw that, we ain't gonna tell y'all none of that right now."
Right, and so I wonder, how they gonna get? I don't understand. Okay, Tally ran away, but I know she got killed in the Oval. But her little scene she ain't got. Yeah, I was wondering. So that they just gonna let that just ride, or she just got killed in the Oval, as we already know.
I guess once she left, that's it. We ain't gonna because we know she dies. That we know.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
I don't
yeah,
think it's nothing else that we can even do with Tally. Um,
I mean,
yeah.
you don't you don't think that they're gonna show us like what actually
Right, that's
happened?
what I'm
They
right.
did. I
They
mean, well,
they didn't show us.
they
Again.
showed us on the Oval.
And
Remember
that
on
was
the
that was a
Oval?
while. That was in what, season 2, season 1? One of
That
them
was season
seasons?
one. That was on
Yeah,
season
season 1.
one because that was I think right after they took
I'm on the phone.
Barry's daughter. I think that was right after they took Barry's daughter, or right before they took Barry's daughter.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So,
And I don't even see the kids no more.
well, we learned the kids are locked up in the kids trailer. We'll get there in a second. So we end up seeing Daikon comes in, takes a Lacey, and they take her back. Um, and stuff like that. Lacey done got handcuffed. Andrew comes with Oliver. Oliver's on the truck. They take them. They going back to the compound. But some kind of way, Paula manages to limp into this truck and drive off into the sunset. I don't know how, but whatever. Back down to the compound. Ruth goes to get the highest after he ate. She went to go get his plates and take it back to the kitchen. And he asked her, send River to me. And then he asked her, well, before she leaves, he was like, do you have a problem with River? Do you have a problem? Basically testing her to see, can I still hold this man while we, after we do the do. And she was like, no, your highness. I was like, oh. And then Ruth
She played her
him,
role. She played her role.
Ruth told him, you need to protect River from Daikon because Daikon is jealous and Daikon gonna get him. And that's how she sees planting those seeds. Now Ruth been real calculated. She's been real calculated in what she's been doing. I ain't gonna lie. She's been real calculated. But I like how the highest made sure he left that open. Hey, you got a problem with me and River? Because I need to know. Because I need my manginas around me whenever I need them.
That's why Daikon going for Andrew, because the highest don't want him no more.
Well, I think we'll get there.
Right. Okay.
Ruth and Elder Mother get into it, and she tells her. She starts smelling the food and start asking Elder Mother, what did you put in his food? And I noticed how Ruth is just all of a sudden just flexing now. Like, it just seems, and this is episode 4 before the whole prophecy, but she seems to be just flexing on everybody now. And Elder Mother ain't never been one to be backing down from nobody. Hell, Elder Mother with Daikon. And I'm just like, wait a minute, Ruth, now. You over here really flexing, Ruth. You over here, because she was putting Elder Mother in her place. I'm like, Ruth.
Ruth want that power.
She do.
It seems like to me, she don't want to leave.
I don't want Ruth to get busted in the head like Tally. Remember when Tally was getting ready to leave? And Tally said, when they was at the thing, and Tally said, I'm not leaving without my daughter. And Elder Mother popped back in the back of the head. That was so funny to me. Oh man. But she did tell her, she said, I just give this to the highest so he can, stay happy when he's angry, to make him happier. But she doesn't tell the highest. I think the highest knows. I think he knows full well what is being put in there. Somebody knows. Either the highest knows or
no.
knows.
The highest don't know, because Elder Mother, she wouldn't have been so scared. She wouldn't have been so scared about.
I don't think she's the only one that knows. I feel like maybe
the highest don't know.
Might know.
The highest don't know. I'm telling you, the highest don't know that something being put in his food. He don't know.
No, he don't know. Because you know, remember,
like
Elder Mother told her, he was like, do the highest know? She was like, no, yeah. Let me go tell him. No roots, no roots, no roots.
Mm-hmm. If he
Yeah,
knew, if
he
he
don't
knew,
know.
Elder Mother, she would have just gave her like a little smile and a little grin, and she would have been like, "Go tell him then." You know?
Or she would have did her little growl.
Mhm. On her way out, when she left, she saw River. She told River to go see the highest. Um, and she tells him that he needs. She said, "Listen, I don't know what to do for you. I don't know how to help you. You need to go tell the highest that you had the key and all of it. I don't know what I can't do everything. That you got to do something. You got to do
Right.
something." And he was like, "I don't know what to do. You know, River gets on my nerves
Some
because
yeah.
in episode 4, all from episode 4 all the way back, he's all scary and stuff like that. Then and we'll get there when we get to episode 5. Now he all flexing himself, all like he, on Daikon. And I'm looking at him like, bruh, you is not about
Daikon
that
like
life.
nigga.
You ain't
Daikon
about that.
ready to get him together.
I was like, So we did see Elder Mother and Zane, and they setting up the throne or whatever. And she asked Zane, "What do you know about Melinda?" Because now she found out Melinda is dead, and she says, "I heard things, but I don't know." But Melinda, gave bad head and ended up getting stabbed in the head. She gave bad head and got stabbed in the head. Poor Melinda. She
Right.
and Zane said, "I don't
She was
know."
doing too much too.
She
She
was.
was doing
Melinda
too
was
much
doing
too.
way too much. Melinda, she was too messy with what she was doing. Like she was too
Yeah.
loose, too messy, and she like Lacey. They she can get you in a lot of trouble. Like Melinda is not somebody you want on your team. She'll get you fucked up. She'll get you fucked up.
Yeah.
Um, the old I'm just gonna call her ugly elder mother because we don't know her name. So the
Oh,
new ugly
she
Marva.
elder,
did.
Marva.
huh?
You talking about
No,
Marva?
not
No, no,
the
no,
new
no, no.
one.
She did.
No, Agnes is dead.
Oh,
Oh, I'm sorry, shit.
the one who do
That's what
growl.
happened. The ugly elder
No,
mother
that's
came
that's
down.
Mother Agnes that's dead. Agnes that's dead.
Right.
Yeah,
But what
yeah,
I'm saying is the new ugly elder mother came
Oh
to
yeah, I
tell
forgot her name.
elder
All I
mother
know is
Martha
Elzamel. Yeah. Yeah,
that
I don't know her.
elder mother Agnes is dead.
she messy,
Because
messy
Yeah.
mother.
Martha didn't know. She didn't know Agnes was dead. She
Uh-huh.
told her all about how elder mother Agnes got killed by Paula and Lacey. So, and she was great. And then that's when they went into that whole conversation about, oh, well, I'm not changing and they need to change for us.
You
And,
don't know his brother?
the other mother was like, we need to be better and softer. And she was
You talking
like,
about you? I ain't got no brother.
I don't know.
No.
Anyway,
Now, what you got?
so then we see River goes to see the highest. So now let me ask you this, Jeff. When River first got in there and started talking to the highest, did he say, "I'm your husband"? I swore I heard him say, "I'm your husband." You don't have to be frightened of me.
I, I was somebody in group said that he said that, but in a different episode. Somebody said he said it in a different episode, but I heard he's my number 2 or right hand or something like that. That's what I heard.
I went back and rewound that thing like 20 times. Right here, when River first goes in there, and I swore he said, "I'm your husband." You don't
Oh,
have to
maybe he did say it in that episode. Cause he did say that, but I thought it was in a different episode.
Shit.
Like just like if you feel me when you be pulling up, if you would, what you be doing?
I don't know what's happening. But so what ends up happening is they talk and everything. But that was the only thing I took from that scene because he was getting him dressed for the prophecy or whatnot. I was like, did he just say, I'm your husband? I ain't know. So then we see Joan and Ruth, they talk in the middle of the compound. And that's when she said, Wait till you see these hands. That's what Ruth says that to Joan. And I was like, it just came out real like when Ruth be trying to act all gangster, it comes out real awkward and
I,
stuff like that.
I don't know why is Ruth like that with Joan. Like Ruth is so nasty
But
to
she don't
No
Joan.
trust her.
reason. She be like that with Joan for no reason.
Right? Like I say,
She don't trust her. She don't trust John
but Ruth
at
is
all.
smart. Ruth don't trust nobody. But dang, she be coming at Joan. It's like,
But to me,
Yeah.
I would trust Joan before I trust the River, because
that's
River
what
just
I'm saying.
gives me sneaky and grimy and
Yeah.
dirty. River gives me that from Jump Street. The
You
way
heard
Joan,
him tell John, don't you heard him tell John, don't tell her about the other situation with the highest about the money. Yeah, that's I'm like, wait a minute, what was he changing on her? You heard Ruth say, don't burn me. I'm kidding. I said,
well,
oh yeah, she peeping something
when
out. She
Joan
peeping something.
spelled out SEX, I looked at her like, yeah, Ruth be talking about
Ruth,
Ruth be
man.
talking about take your spelling bee ass somewhere. I was like, really, child, you
Okay.
can hold a better line than that. I
Joan got
give
to
you
know
that.
behind at the
Yeah.
end of
Mhm.
Joan walked off and started spelling it away.
I know
Man,
somebody
she did, she
he
did.
shared stuff on the overall
So,
Ruthless.
um, so then after that, we see Ruth goes to the children's trailer, and ugly elder mother catches her and
What
says,
you
"Girl, what are
doing?
you doing?
What you
What are
doing?
you doing?"
Don't come around here. Don't come
Right?
around here.
They having a, they ended up having a whole back and forth. You know, they don't play about them kids trailer. They don't
Yeah.
play about the kids. And so I like that that elder mother didn't let Ruth flex on her. She checked her. She was like, "Now wait a minute, wait a minute. I don't know where you going," but I hated that she told her that she had the key. Remember, because they was locked, the doors was locked with the
Yeah.
padlocks,
Yeah.
and she ended up telling Ruth that she has the key.
I mean, was that really a secret? I mean,
But
you
my
would
point
assume
is,
that she would have the key because she deals with the kids. So, I mean,
but my point is that um if she Ruth's going to use that to her advantage, she's going to find a way to get that key.
yeah,
She's
because
going to get that key.
Ruth's point was like, what if there's a fire? What if something happened? And she just pointed out, well, I got the freaking key because I watched the kids. So I don't think that was a secret. So
I think that's going to come back some kind of way when they finally do get out or get ready to go. Ruth is going to remember that part, and that's going to be a part that's going to have to be remembered.
that's true. Mhm.
So then Andrew calls the highest and tells him that they got Lacey and Oliver, and but they don't have Paula and Tally. That they're on their way back. When they get back though, they find out when Daikon and his his sex slaves, I'm sorry, henchmen get back, they find out that the highest is about to do a prophecy, and Daikon is completely upset to find out that they don't wait for them. He's completely upset to find out that they don't wait for him. He was like, wait a minute, they didn't wait for me. That starts the downward spiral. That right there, that right there started Daikon on the downward spiral where he was in his feelings from then on. He, from then on. And and after that, they send them people to the punishment trailer. And that's when we get to the prophecy. Daikon and Andrew them go to and Manny go to hear the prophecy. And we get all of the prophecies. The elder mother is not supreme mother. And the only thing she have to do is cook.
She mad.
Like, listen, because she saw right through it. She saw right through, because remember Ruth said, well, make it like she has more power when she really doesn't. What happened was the highest didn't sell it. The way he did it, he made it obvious that she would have less power, even though it sounds like she has more. Because she immediately picked up on it like,
Congratulations.
Right. And so, and then we get him saying he have a prophecy that they need to move and go to another spot, another place. And then he says Ruth is gonna be his wife. I mean, to me, let me tell you what this was. Now, I hate listen, and this I literally wrote this down. I'll tell you what I wrote. I'm tell you what I wrote down on my notes. The highest announces that the Raku told him to stop fucking mangina and get some real cooch. Marry some woman to be his beard to cover up the fact that he's raping men all over the compound. That's what I got.
Oh Lord, have mercy.
That's the only thing that's going on here. I don't know what y'all think. Hold on, somebody's at the door. Hold on, y'all, 1 second.
All right, he's going to the door. But what you thought about the highest speech about the new prophecy and the elder mother?
I think
and all
and I was thinking that he's setting people up. That's what I was thinking. Like, yeah, that's what I think. Like, trying to get stuff out of. You see, he was trying to get stuff out of Daikon. A reaction or something. He was trying to get a reaction out of him, but he never gave him a reaction. He just boiling in the inside of his body. Like if he can boil, he'll be bored. Because he is serious.
Was trying to get a reaction out of Daikon.
I think she's talking about.
Oh, the highest?
Yeah.
When he made that announcement?
Well, you talking about when he talked to the when Daikon and the highest was talking in private, and he was talking about Ruth baby making all of that good stuff. That's what you're talking about?
Oh no, we're gonna get there because I got something to say about that.
Okay. Go ahead.
Jump ahead. I think that's.
But I think he's setting them up though. I think he's setting them up on that speech though, because come on, he all of a sudden just snapped back and just like, okay, yeah, something going on. So how he's doing something? He got something up his sleeve.
Meanwhile, in the punishment trailer, Brian wants them to help him get this knife out of his shoe or something because magically he's gonna get metal handcuffs and shackles loose with some knife that he had in his. Make that make sense.
Makes sense.
It was metal handcuffs, or was it just
no? Now they had their hands ropes around their hands, but they also had metal handcuffs and metal shackles. When they first came,
he had no key, nothing.
Ain't no key, no nothing. What you doing, bruh? I was like,
that's Tyler Perry for you.
You say Brian can't pick a lock? Come on, FBI.
When you get to the sea hill,
Matlock.
Trying to do that. He just cut the little rope and magically they free.
You didn't see that it was a cut scene. You didn't see
they showed it. They showed it. They showed it. So episode 5 is called Proving Grounds. So after they announced Ruth being the bride to be, Daikon is over there, 38 hot. Daikon is so angry. Listen, if looks could kill, Daikon would have, all of them would have been sent to the Raku. Please be clear, all of them. So then they put on this old movie. They watched the old movie. Daikon step over there to the river. Hey, bro, we need to go river. I'm not going anywhere.
Where you taking me? What you gonna do to me?
Ass over that river. You ain't about that life. So, now that's what I mean. What do y'all feel about River all of a sudden flexing on Daikon all over the place? Because it just that don't seem like River to me.
That's his personality.
Because he know Ruth got his back. He know Ruth got his back. She gonna come up with something. She gonna come up with something. And look what she did. Ruth, baby.
Just like Daikon says later, he's a yellow bitch. He did call him a yellow bitch. He want him so bad. Oh man. So,
Hey, and I got a question. Okay, I don't know what part we on, but I got a question about something.
we at the beginning of
So,
episode 5. We just get to the part where River hems when River gets hemmed up on the where River
okay,
goes
okay.
to Daikon and
That's coming
Daikon
up.
him up. And so what happened was River goes with Daikon. Daikon him up and goes off. Ruth conveniently comes right at the right time and
Because she
says
knew it. She followed them. She knew it.
the highest needs to see River. And so Daikon know he got to let River go. But
Yeah.
when River leaves and Daikon talks to Ruth. Now y'all correct me if I'm wrong. Daikon, we know what Daikon and the highest do, but Daikon has never verbally said that he's fucking the highest. I never remember him saying that. We know what he's doing. I mean,
I remember him saying that when you get cleansed in the first season when he bought that,
right,
and when I found out what cleansing was, I'm like, wait a minute,
right.
Hold on, you got cleansed?
But,
wait a minute, huh,
but quiet as it's kept, I thought the highest was fucking the rest of them. The way that Daikon made it seem, no, I'm blowing out the highest back. Just please be clear. Because he said you can't fuck him like I fucked him, which led me to believe, yeah, he blowing out the highest back.
You know about River?
He didn't got roof. He got a piece of roof. He got a piece of roof, and he ain't never looked back. He like, I don't want no more of that. The boy gone too.
Listen, I don't know, but I felt like that was the first time he ever said that verbally. I don't know. Because he said to her, I wrote down exactly what he says. You can't fuck him like I do, and that yellow bitch will never replace me. I gasped. I said, oh God.
Okay, Daikon.
Who mad? Like you said, if looks can kill, hey.
I said, oh shit. What is happening? No, and then he told her, I don't need your help, I need your head.
I was thinking he was talking about the other part or just want to kill her because he told him don't do that to nobody else. What you do with your tongue. Now he know he mad now.
If he was saying I want your head on a platter or I want you
that's what I was saying.
Because I thought he could have been saying I want you to give me head too, because remember they fucking too.
And he's so furious about that. When he's the highest said, I want you to be my wife, his heart broke. My heart broke for him. I said, oh Lord.
More hot. I think he's more hot about her having sex with the highest as opposed to the highest having sex with her. Because she's a whore.
Yeah.
We know she's a whore. He's more upset about the highest having sex with somebody else. But that's why he don't like River.
He can't stand him.
Yeah, he don't like River. And that's why he's trying to get him his own little piece. We'll get there in a second.
Yeah, and I want to get to that part when they all was in the punishment room and they was talking about Lilo. That got me. That's what I want.
Let's go back to the punishment trailer. So back at the punishment trailer, Brian, this is where they showed us Brian magically uses the little knife to get out of some metal shackles and handcuffs, which made no sense. And Lacey, she started to open up. Oliver doesn't trust him for some reason. I don't know why. You don't have nothing to lose, Oliver. They don't trust you no more. It's not like you can go back and be with them no more. So you might as well tell him everything. And she started spilling all the tea. She told everything.
All the tea. She spilled all the tea. Now, what you want to know?
She told everything. Now,
everything.
I thought she had got raped by like some thugs and stuff. She told us she got raped by senators.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
You know what? Me too. I thought it was just his boys. I thought it was his boys because he's the senator's son. So.
Mm-hmm. He apparently be sending those girls to go get raped by U.S. senators with his dad and stuff. I was like, fuck. That's next level. I was like, wow, I didn't know that. I didn't see that
Yeah,
coming.
like,
That I didn't see coming. And that's when we also had Brian told them all about his wife and everything, and we learned, and they learned about his wife and why he has this personal thing into it. Now, let me ask y'all this: did you feel like when Lacey said, "I was looking for love in all the wrong places and didn't find it," that was a direct shot at Oliver? Because I was
Oliver,
mad just like Oliver was.
I don't think so. She loved Oliver, and Oliver loved her. I don't think that was towards him. It was just like she thought she was gonna find love because how she got there, she was living on the beach by herself. Like they was living on the beach, whatever they call it, whatever. And they love each other. It's just no. I think she wanted to find love by somebody else, like family. And I guess they made her feel like family at first, but after a while, she see what they was about and was like, "Oh no, this is not what I want. This is not what
yeah,
I want."
Yeah, that didn't go. That
I
it
don't
just
think
came
he
out real
meant that.
different for me.
No, I
Now,
don't
what
think
did
he
you
meant
want
that.
to
He
say
loved
about the
her.
trailer? Huh? You said you had a comment about the trailer, about what they was doing in the trailer.
Yeah. Because Brian was like, "Oh, Lilo, such and such, such and such." He said his last name and everything, and I'm like, "How he know about Lilo? Lilo is a probation officer. So was he? What's up?
Well,
What you
I
know
think
about him, Brian?"
Brian, I think, knows about Lilo. One because his dad is a senator, and two because
Hmm.
Lilo is a parole officer in DC. All of them in the same little circle. So
Yeah.
if your dad is a black senator, let's be clear, ain't too many black senators in the United
Right.
States. So he probably knows full well who Lilo is. So when she said Lilo, he immediately said, "Oh, Lilo Benjamin," and
Right.
that especially being the senator's son. So
That's why he
that's
said
why he started
everything makes sense.
connecting dots. That's why he
That's what he
started.
said. Everything makes sense. Like, okay, come on,
Mhm,
get. Oh God.
mhm.
I'm just like,
So
wait a minute, Brian. What you know about him?
yep. So after that, River goes to go see the highest. The highest is all happy. Did you see the men? Did you see how they were envious of me? They were jealous of me. No, they just were glad to find out that maybe you gonna blow Ruth's back out and not theirs. That's what they were happy about. And so River was about to get his back blown out. He was like, take off your clothes. And he's like, no, can we maybe let River don't? Because River came out of there that last time after he was tied up. He was
yeah.
lifting his shit. I was like, oh God. And he sat down easy on the chair. He was like, you just don't know, Joan. I think that was last season. That wasn't this season. That was season two. Who was in the
Yeah,
season two?
season
He
two.
had
Yeah.
River
Oh yeah. Paul River.
tied up.
That was so bald. I'm like, oh my God. And then he looked dead. I'm like, oh my God, River, no.
I don't,
What?
I don't like River like that. So I was like, whatever. Go on, River. But he managed to talk his way out of that. He managed to talk his
Yeah.
way out of it. Ruth then has Joan help her make the punch. She get Joan, they go to the kitchen to make the punch. And that's what she tell Joan, do you have a key? Bitch, do you have a goddamn key to the motherfucking safe, you raggedy whore? I mean, she didn't say all that, but that's kind of where
Yeah.
she
But
with it.
that's what she wanted to say.
Yeah, that's what she wanted to say. She wanted to say that. And she like, so she
Yeah.
told her, go put this in the thing. That was smart. I ain't gonna lie. I was real smart, Ruth, to come up with the whole pill situation.
Yeah.
Here's some
Yeah.
keys, put it in the safe. Tell her. That was real smart. I ain't gonna lie. I said, now you get kudos for that, Ruth.
Yeah. And then Joan getting on my nerves like, no, I can't show you. Did you put the
We'll
pills in
get
there?
there in a second. Because that didn't make sense to me either.
What's
So
that?
then we
Right.
got the interesting. I think the real head turner was the conversation between Daikon and Andrew, because none of us saw it coming. Yeah, they started off talking about the fact that seeing like that he was met that the Heisman marrying Ruth, and they even talked about oh, I need to come up with a bad punishment for the person in the trailer. But when Daikon turned to Andrew and said, I'm gonna
Baby,
fuck you, my trailer. Now
I had to pause it. I had to pause it. I had to pause it. Like, wait a minute.
everybody collectively turned and said, bitch, what? Even Andrew turned and looked at him like, nigga, is you
Baby. He looked like he wanted to be like, all this is done. You know what?
Listen, that shit was so funny to me. He said, I want to fuck you, my trailer, now.
Man. Oh my God.
Where did that come from? But you know what this is about? It's still about control because Daikon liked the fact that he was the only one fucking the highest. Everybody else gets fucked by the highest. He's the only one that's, you know, he also thought he was the only one fucking Ruth.
Right.
And now he's found out that Ruth is fucking the highest too. So I feel
Baby.
like he still wants something that he could say, nah, that's the only one that I'm fucking. I mean, he could have been fucking Yancey.
Right.
Even I say that because in real life, Yancey is a member of the LGBTQIA community in real life, the actual actor.
That don't got nothing to do with the show.
It don't, but he could have been blowing Yancey's back out. I mean, everybody fucking everybody. I mean, but no, get back
Man,
to
what?
I feel like Daikon just wants some level of control again.
Yeah.
And I feel like even though it kind of shocked us, I felt like that's what was happening here. Oh, we have somebody else in the background. Put a thumbs up if you're ready.
I keep my phone is getting blown up with people.
I'm all off the shit. My bad.
Put a thumbs up in the background, Jeanette, if you're ready.
I don't know. What you call it? Ray.
Okay, you're
I
ready.
ain't said nothing. Come on.
I see you. Hey, can you hear us?
Yes. How you doing?
Okay, good. Glad to have you on.
Hey, Jeanette.
Hi. I'm sorry. This is my couponing day.
It's all right. It's all right.
So we were just discussing the conversation between Daikon and Andrew, where he told Andrew, I want to fuck you, my trailer, now. And how shocking that was. And how we felt like that really was him trying to gain control. Because we talked about he's losing control. He's losing control of the compound. He's losing control all around him. And so I felt like this was him trying to get some control of anything if he could. So what do you think?
I'm sorry, Jeanette. Can we let her get warmed up? I'm sorry you had to walk in hearing about Daikon fucking Andrew. Can we let her get warmed up first?
No worries. All right. Moving on. Back at the kitchen.
Ooh, that is terrible.
Back at the kitchen trailer. Hold on, y'all. That's when Joan got the pills from Ruth, and she told Joan, go and take this to the safe now. And that happened. The only thing that stopped Daikon from forcing Andrew to that trailer was the fact that River came and told Daikon, the highest wants to see you now. And that's when River tried to flex again, because he says, boy, if you don't leave me, he was like, see, that's why he don't want to see you. Because we were just talking about the fact that he doesn't like that you always bring him bad news. And that ain't what the highest said at all. That is not, that's what River said. Not the highest. The highest. And Daikon said, listen, Listen, sloppy mouth boy. I will pick up this rock.
Not sloppy. Not
Pick up the
sloppy.
rock. He said,
Man, what? Like what the man? Oh my God! Turn that down.
I
Turn that
said,
down. Turn that
what in
down.
the world?
Turn that down.
Mama,
So,
hand me my glasses out my purse. My reading
so,
glasses.
so
Any
what
pair of
happens
reading glasses.
is, so after that, and if you need to, ladies, you can always press the little microphone on your screen, and it'll mute you if you need
Okay.
to speak in the background. You can always press the little microphone; it'll mute your sound. So Daikon goes to the trailer of the highest. He goes to see the highest. Now this scene right here took me back to season 1 because Daikon and the highest seemed real intimate right here. Remember, he walks in the trailer and the highest planted a fat one on Daikon. Like soon as Daikon walked in
Baby,
the trailer,
baby.
it was like, and then like
Ooh,
their conversation, the way they interacted with each other was very like passionate and
mama.
intimate, kind of like they were back in season 1. And we haven't really seen them like this since season 1. They've been real like, there's been a real power struggle between those two. But this scene right here took you back to, it was like Daikon was trying to get his man back or something. I don't know. But you felt, to me, I kind of felt the intimacy and the passion in this scene between them two. Daikon got everything out. He got all of the bad news out. He told him about Yancey. He told him they killed the old people in the house. He told him the guy's an FBI agent. He told him that the sheriff is mad. They got to send the sheriff. He told him everything. He ain't leave nothing out. He did lie about Yancey. He did lie and say that he
Yeah.
shot Yancey because Yancey was a deserter. But he did end up telling the highest everything. And he took it well. He didn't fly off the
I
handle.
think the only person knew about that was Oliver.
Is Oliver?
Yeah, Oliver. Because she remember he called her on the bus. He was like, "What you? I think you just killed him."
He did, but I don't
Yeah,
know if but what did they do with the body?
They ain't show his. They ain't show his body. We ain't even got to him yet. They just saying his name
We
and
don't
talking
know
about
what
him.
happened to Oliver. We don't know what happened to Oliver, not Oliver, Yancey, the body, nothing. It was something else came out of this scene too. Oh, that's when he had the conversation about Ruth and said she knows how to shake her baby maker. he said she swallows my seed every drop. And I was like, it was a lot of graphic stuff this episode. Y'all had a lot going on. Y'all got people telling them they go fuck them. Y'all got people talking about swallowing their seed. Y'all got people raping people and giving head and stuff. There was a lot going on, Tyler. The only thing that didn't have this episode was gratuitous nudity, because Tyler is good for some gratuitous nudity. That's the only thing that they didn't have this episode. But do you feel? I mean, I kind of felt like at this point, Yancey is deader than the doorknob. Okay, he could have just told him, "Listen, Yancey, we found him dead. We don't know how he dead."
I don't think the highest would like that Daikon doesn't know what's going on. If Daikon was to say, I don't know what happened, I think there would be consequences, right? Because the highest is going to be like, oh, how come you don't know what's going on? How come you don't know that this person is doing that? So he had to come up with a lie to at least know that he knows what's going on.
Until he finds out who really killed him. But then that means that he's going to end up, well, he punishes people all the time without telling the highest. So that ain't no big deal. I mean, Daikon does what he does. But I felt like this conversation, with this starting off with that, like I said, there was a level of intimacy. It kind of brought the highest down. He apologizes to Daikon, saying, listen, I didn't mean to cut you. You've been with me since I was Tyrone and you was Anthony, we go all the way back to Tyrone and Anthony, where who only God knows what was happening in the jail cell when they was in prison together, dear God. You can fill in the blanks right there. You can fill in all the blanks you need to. Back when they was Tyrone and Anthony. Anyway,
Right.
um, anyway, so I felt like that scene needed to happen, and I feel like the highest handled this how he really should be handling stuff. All of this flying off the handle, getting mad, just having these blow up. Because if you notice, he said, okay, okay, and then when we saw him again at the end of the episode, he was real calm. He was calculated. This is what we're gonna do. This is how it's gonna work. And I think that's what he kind of needs to show them, and or that's probably what they saw. People saw in him when they came to the Rockadushis. Because if you just see some nut flying off the handle all of the time, you're not going to be inclined to want to follow them or do things. But when you see him in this element like this, where he says, "Okay, that's what's going on. All right, let's go handle this." He was real calculated and strategic in how he handled everything on that. So I like that part. Any thoughts on that?
I mean, you do know that Ruth is the one who set that in his head, so she's the one pulling the
That
strings.
was not what he did at the end.
Excuse me, no. Ruth handled him and told him exactly what to say. Be clear about that, Ruth.
When? To
What?
Daikon?
Oh, I thought you were talking about. I thought you were talking about the highest when he was making calculated decisions. You talking about the highest, or you talking about Daikon?
The highest, but what the highest did at the end of the episode had nothing to do with Ruth. Ruth didn't. Ruth doesn't even know about the FBI agent and all of that. Ruth hasn't been involved in that. This is
Okay.
all
But
Daikon, the highest and stuff.
as far as him being calm and calculated, that is Ruth.
I feel like it's Ruth calmed him down, but remember he's been in a good mood for a while now. Since last episode. You see what I'm saying? He's been in a good mood. Ruth did initially calm him down. You're
Yes,
right.
she did. Yes, she did.
Calmed him down, but she hasn't impacted every decision that he's made. We can't give her that kind of credit because she don't even know about this.
I'm
She
just
don't even know about
saying.
this.
She set his tone because he was in a rampage. Remember how you was talking about what's the episode of what 3 where everybody was running in chaos.
Okay. And if I'm Daikon, I'm like, okay, yeah, you calmed him down. Appreciate you. Thank you. But what I'm saying is she hasn't influenced every decision from then on out. She did calm him down.
She
which
set the
allowed him
tone.
to-
She
and let's
set
be
the
clear.
tone. She
No,
set
no,
the
and let's
tone,
be
and
clear.
that is everything.
No,
When
no.
you set the tone, she set the tone. Okay, and that's
We
key.
also learned the elder mother set a tone by putting stuff in his food that helps calm him down as well.
And it wasn't working. And it wasn't working really because she do it all the time. And he was batshit crazy. So obviously it wasn't working.
And for all the control Ruth has, Ruth still wasn't able to get. He still at the end of the day said, "All right, go away. I want River."
No, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. L Teddy. When Ruth and the highest was having a private conversation, the highest asked her, "You don't care that me and River," and she was like, "Oh no." That's when the house was like, "Okay, this is my girl." That's when he decided that was going to be his wife because she's going to look the other
He
way.
can't be with nobody that ain't gonna let him have no mangina.
Say it again.
He's not gonna be with nobody.
But that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. So she basically gave him the go ahead to be with to be with River. So that's not even an issue. That's not even an issue.
Ruth didn't have no parts at the end of this episode though. Not the part dealing with the FBI agent. That's the part I'm talking about. So Ruth, when Daikon walks out of the trailer, he sees Andrew. Him and Andrew talk about him having to lie to the highest and so forth. Excuse me. And then and he also tells I'm trying to see what else. I wrote down notes. He tells Andrew. He tells Andrew he wants him to find out who killed Yancey. Find out who killed Yancey because I had to lie to the highest and I don't like lying to him. Hey Carolyn, how are you? And while he's talking to him, he says, now back to what I was discussing earlier about taking him to his trailer. A river conveniently comes up at that time. Um, um, and that's when they had that conversation. But before River went to talk to Daikon, he had already talked to Ruth, and Ruth did control that part jab where he told her, Ruth told him, make sure you say that you're addicted to oxys because it was in the same and that's how he was like, yeah, that's genius, that's a brilliant plan. That was a brilliant plan. I ain't gonna lie, Ruth. Now you did that. You did that. That was
Yeah,
smart.
that was.
That was real smart. I was like, now Ruth, you did
I'm
that.
surprised.
I was
Yeah, I
very
was surprised that Joan actually put him in there.
right. Because
But
I expected Joan.
She said sneaky.
Yeah. But
but
you know
even
what? I think part of that is too, we don't know that she actually put it in there.
yeah, she
Because
just said she did.
she never ended up opening the safe for Daikon. So we don't know if she ever put it in there.
But she said she
Right.
said for
She
sure
said
things
she
was
did.
in it.
She did end up saying it. Um, so um I don't know. Well, I think Andrew is gonna put together that Tally killed Yancey, but I don't think Andrew is gonna tell um I don't think Andrew's gonna tell Daikon that. I think he's gonna put it together, but I don't think he's gonna tell, or I think Ruth might tell him because Ruth knows. Because who all knows at this point that Tally killed him? Ruth, Oliver, maybe?
I
Who
don't
all
know.
knows that Tally killed him? I think just Ruth and maybe Oliver.
Yeah, I
Um,
don't know. I think Ruth didn't. Oliver only one knows who
Yeah.
killed Yancey.
so
And so I
wouldn't
think
Lacey know too?
who?
Wouldn't Lacey know then too?
I don't know if Lacey, not unless Oliver told her, because Lacey
I don't
didn't see
think.
him.
Yeah,
Mm,
I don't think Lacey knows.
mm.
Um, but I think I definitely feel like Andrew's going to find out. I don't think he's going to tell Daikon. I don't think he's going to tell Daikon at all. Um, so then River goes through the whole
I'm
song and dance.
hoping Paula gets away and go get help from another town.
I don't think Paula gonna
And
get away. I think she's going down the road. I mean, you bleeding out. First of all, the fact that her arm is still attached, I tell you, is an act of God. Getting shot
yes,
at point blank range by a shotgun. But she was already woozy when she was laying in the house, like, oh, I need to get to a hospital. And magically, she gonna black out. She bleeding out. She gonna black out and then run off the road or something. I don't know. Right or off. Right. Paula get on my note. Paula and Lacey at this point.
Why do you hate Lacey?
right.
I mean, like what?
Lacey do stupid stuff. That's why I don't like Lacey.
First off,
Lacey will get you killed.
they all do make stupid decisions. That's why they
They
all there.
do.
All of them are kind of nuts. So that's why they all there. So I
That
mean,
makes sense.
don't single her out, okay?
So after that, so after the Daikon talks to to River, Daikon goes to the trailer. Oh, before Daikon goes to the trailer, Jose. Wow, that's who they need to leave alone. Leave Zane alone. Oh, here's Keisha. She's back.
Right.
Leave Zaynab. Let Zaynab been through. She'd already been raped before. Do we need her to get raped again? Like, did we really need her to get raped again by the same guy?
Right.
Stay in a house. She don't need to be walking out alone at night.
I mean, I think that
I think she's afraid to tell too.
but if they're gonna but remember that was another part that we didn't talk about when the highest spoke to Daikon. The highest told Daikon to put a man on Ruth and have him protect her. And they ended up settling in on Manny, which is the wrong answer.
Because at first he wanted Andrew. He wanted Andrew.
He wanted
And the
Andrew,
highest said no. He said
and
that's
I
your number
said no.
two. He said that's your number two. But
So that's how we got the Manny.
You said Manny. He not gonna pull nothing with Ruth. He not gonna pull.
I don't put it past him.
He's not going. First, Ruth is too high tier now. She's not one of the low level people that'll be quiet. He's not gonna make it.
Or he's gonna get caught by Ruth.
Okay, yeah, you can say that, but he's not gonna try nothing with me.
I don't put nothing past Manny. Manny is stupid, like the rest of them. Stupid.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh no.
You're around here in the open field raping this little girl who's screaming.
But you know what?
You're not gonna get caught.
He been getting away with it. You know what I mean? What if another soldier sees him? They're not gonna say nothing. They're just gonna look the other way.
If he's been getting away with it, it's gonna make him think that he can keep getting away with it, which
Right.
he's gonna try it. He's gonna try it. So he asked him, "Did you send Melinda to come see me?" And she said, "No, I didn't know nothing about Melinda." And then he rapes her. I didn't like that scene because I feel like Zane I've been through enough.
Me either.
You ain't have to give us a It was enough the first time. We get it. We get it. Daikon goes to the trailer. Now, me and you differ on this. Jeff. Joan was swooned by Daikon. I'm sorry.
No.
When Daikon touched her shoulder and she started blushing, and she was like smiling and blushing at the end, Joan liked that.
Oh, that looked like fear to me. I don't know.
At the very end, right before he leaves, she tells him, after she tells him about the prescription, he goes and he touches her shoulder and she looks and smiles and goes like that.
She didn't smile. No. Listen.
What y'all think? Was she into him?
Huh?
I'm asking the ladies, do they think she was into him?
Okay.
Ladies?
Jeanette, do you think Joan is into Daikon? I think her probably.
Part on that little part, it seemed like she was ready to be.
She wanted Daikon to do something to her.
No.
Yeah, because I don't think the know what they.
I feel like too, the reason she didn't want to let Daikon in is I think she put together what Ruth's plan was, and she wanted to put the pills in it. And that might be why she kept on saying,
This is serious, kid.
Yeah, I don't know if she ever put the pills in there. So that's why I think she kept telling him, no, I can't let, but she did tell him we do put his prescriptions in there. She did tell him that. But,
right.
Can I just point out that Joan is not thinking about Daikon. There are millions of dollars up for grabs. Joan is she's loopy with everybody. You know what I mean? She's not thinking about
loopy, but at the very end, when he touched that shoulder,
listen, she is not thinking about Daikon. She is smart. She's playing the game, and you know she plays the game very well. You know what I mean? She's not thinking about him.
Put it in the comment section if you watch it. Put it in the comment section. Hold on, Keisha, we can't hear you. Go again.
It was the scene, that little scene after that. That scene when he was about to walk away, she looked like she was trying to go for him. Like,
she was.
I see what you're talking about. Yeah, she was gonna walk away. Yeah, I think that. But that's my only time seeing her doing that. But ever did that before. But yeah,
she did. You got to go look. She had on her little cheek glasses.
You got to look again. She was ready. She was
ready. You made me
yeah. On that little part.
Joan is the only
Sorry, this is one of
person.
my kind of discussions I'm in.
Joan is the only person who knows what's in those safes. Not Daikon, not only the highest and Joan.
I don't believe
Are the
that.
only, say it again.
I don't believe that.
So how come? So how come Daikon doesn't have a key, and how come he had to ask Joan what was in the
I'm gonna
safe?
say this. For this to
Yeah, the only
be,
other person knew what was in there was what's that elder mother Agnes, but
Tally.
she's dead now.
but we
Yes,
know
And Tally.
yes,
Tally knew too.
yes,
Tell her.
yes.
Those
Boom.
them two,
Yes,
Agnes
Janae.
that's what
and
I'm
Joan.
Yes,
saying.
Because remember, Joan is an accountant,
I understand that.
that's
But
right.
right?
what I'm
That's
saying
right.
is,
Facebook group.
Tally
Yes.
knew a lot of stuff
saying,
too, though. Tally told a lot of stuff to Ruth. She didn't
I'm
know.
not saying that Daikon always
Right.
be in the trailer, but what I'm saying is he knows what's going on at every part of that, respective compound, because that's the. I just feel like it just didn't make sense, especially with this whole hierarchy that what they have between men and women, and the women can't, be openly saying no to the men and stuff like that. The way they have that whole dynamic, it just didn't seem. It's not written well. I would say like that. That scene was written as poorly as the actor who plays Oliver acts, because he's the worst actor. He's the worst. The guy who plays Oliver, his name is something Bags. I can't think of his first name, but he's not. When he plays the
Stevie.
thing,
It's Stevie Bags.
Stevie Bags. Thank you. He's not like, it looks like he's reading his lines instead of performing and acting. And I'd be like, come on, man, you got to get into your part. He'd be messing up. So the last scene we have is the one with the highest come out his trailer, and he meets Daikon and Andrew. And he tell Andrew, listen, Daikon did not trust you. You told me you was the snitch, and I told him that you wasn't, and he didn't want to believe me. And so Andrew was like, I hope you believe me now. Yeah, we're gonna see if we believe you. Hand me this gun, Daikon. Run me this gun. All right, here you go.
Did y'all see the walk? Did y'all see the
Yeah.
walk the highest was given?
Mhm. Now go
It was
ahead
the walk
and,
for me.
and shoot Brian, and it went off. I don't think he's gonna have to shoot Brian. Something's gonna happen. Something is gonna happen in the
Yeah, and I'm wondering what. Oh my God, I'm so anxious.
So we know that everybody's untied right now. So I'm thinking they're gonna ambush either Oliver. He's gonna grab the house or something like that. They have a knife, so they're gonna have some leverage to get away. That's the only thing I can think of, because they're not expecting them to be untied right now.
Yeah.
because it doesn't make sense for you to have a knife and get out of metal shackles and handcuffs. That's why
Okay.
I'm expecting that.
Though, okay, weren't those the police? The sheriff, wasn't those his cuffs? So
Remember when they first got to the trailer? They had on handcuffs, but they put them in shackles as well. They shackled
Right.
them.
Yeah, they did.
Shackles laying on the ground, and they took it. They shackled them up. So,
They did.
do y'all
They
think
did shut.
Brian's gonna die? Do you think Brian is gonna die?
Y'all think so?
I don't think he's
Oh
gonna
my.
die.
I don't think so. I don't think so. I kind of looked ahead. I think he's gonna be in
Where
a
you
few
think?
more episodes.
We have a couple more episodes, yeah.
if Brian dies,
Yeah.
it won't be a huge loss, because we know his wife is going to be a part of the show in the compound, right? So if Brian dies, is he going to pick up his wife? He's going to be in the compound if Brian dies.
I don't know, but that was
Yeah,
the 2 episodes.
I hope he don't. That's gonna be bold.
Listen,
Can you guys hear me?
yeah,
No.
you go in and out.
Want to survive in most of them, and I think Lynn is going to come to the compound, but going to realize it's not what she thought it was.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't think Brian's gonna die. I also don't. I don't think that they're gonna Oliver and them gonna get free either. I don't see Oliver and Brian them getting free either. I
Oh
don't.
my
I
God.
think Brian is gonna be there when Lynn comes. I
Oh
think
my
Lynn
goodness.
is
Right.
gonna come, and I think Brian's gonna be there when she comes.
But why
And
would they
that's
keep him
Oh
alive?
wow.
Why would they keep him alive though?
it's gonna be a. I think something's gonna happen where it
Because they
takes
know
place.
he's FBI, and if he goes missing, and his last whereabouts was up there with the sheriff, they gonna
Mhm.
come up there and looking for him.
Yeah, I think something's gonna happen. Something's definitely
I,
gonna
I
happen.
got a strong feeling that Paula got away to go get help, but not in that town where because she know the sheriff is crooked. I think she
This
went to
is the
another
magical
town.
world of Tyler Perry. And if y'all remember the have and have nots, remember the Criers got shot at point blank range with a shotgun by their son in that bathroom, and magically they was back alive the next season. If you remember
And they
that,
wrote it to where the bullets was old or
blank,
something,
a
whatever,
blank.
whatever, something crap.
And
I
I
don't
was
know.
like, wait a minute. Even if it was blanks, that point blank range, that's still gonna leave a hole somewhere in you. Catherine
Yeah.
magically ain't had no wounds, and Jim only had a broken arm. Man, if you don't get out of here, Tyler,
I want to see what Andrew finna do. I want to see what Andrew finna do. See if he's going to go in there and shoot
Israel
Brian.
don't have to do it. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I think he's gonna be found out, and I think he's gonna be found out.
Oh, that would be a good
And
twist.
I believe Malcolm is gonna be the one to come up there and rat him out.
That would
Ma-
make sense.
I believe Malcolm gonna come up
That
there
will.
looking
Oh
for
my God.
Brian and rat him out.
That would make perfect
That's
sense.
my vote.
Oh my God,
Ruthless
that
vote.
would now that would be some good writing. If Matt sent Malcolm there, if Matt for some reason sent Malcolm, ooh,
Yeah.
I don't
Oh
know.
my.
Any thoughts?
I
Your
just, I
thoughts,
hope
Keisha,
Brian
on what's
don't
gonna
die
happen next?
because I like Brian. I like Brian.
I think that I think what I remember what we were talking about earlier, Jeff. I think that something's going to happen, and Ruth is going to go get that key from that other elder mother to go get in that children's trailer.
Oh
I
yeah,
don't think it was. I don't think it was a coincidence that she found out that Ruth is in that elder mother has that key. And we keep seeing this elder mother strategically every few episodes. We see her over and over and
Yeah.
over, and I think
got it,
that's a
got
key piece of information.
it.
Yeah, something's gonna happen with that. I don't know, y'all. Final thoughts on these two episodes. I say this episode 5 was the best episode this season. I don't know how y'all feel. On a scale of 1 to 5, I will give it a 3.5, which is high for me. That's a high.
Yeah.
I'll go with 4.
On a scale of 1 to 5, okay.
Yeah,
Keisha,
yeah, 4.25 star. 4.25 star.
going back to Star Search with Ed McMahon. That's going back.
Yes. Hello.
Star Search. Keisha, what you give it?
Yeah. I give it like a 4.
Okay. Okay.
Because it was good. I
It was a
like
good
it.
episode. It was a good episode to be. I do like this episode.
Okay.
Jeanette, what you give it? Out of 1 to 5, Jeanette, what you give it?
The episode.
Oh, me? I said a 4.
A 4? Okay. Okay. Well, we gonna see. I guess Jeff, you got to remind me next week that we got to do because we were supposed to do it last week for episode 4, but I forgot because I was traveling. But I was out of town.
Yeah, I was so busy. So I'm gonna remind you.
and I was out of town. So I'll remind you. We'll do episode 6 next week. I'm real excited to see what's gonna happen.
Oh my God, me too. I cannot wait.
We'll be right back here. Listen,
I,
y'all. I can't wait. I cannot wait. We'll be right back here next week to talk about episode 6 to break it down some more.
Yeah, I think next
Um,
week's episode is titled "Punishment and Gain."
so we're gonna put this in the Facebook group. This video will be in the Facebook group for us to comment on and chat on. And if anybody else wants to come on with us, Jeff know. And I'll send the link to Jeff, and Jeff will get you on here with us.
All right.
Anyway, until next time, that's all we got for y'all. Love y'all. Thank y'all for coming. Y'all drive safely. We out.